Day 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire's in the house.
All these guys in a history of boxing.
Yes.
I've accomplished more than every fighter in the history of boxing.
Things are heating up between two legendary champs, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. Recently, some fresh training footage of Iron Mike himself surfaced online. You know, the kind of stuff that gets fans hyped up, thinking maybe Tyson's gearing up to smash Jake Paul in the ring. But here's where it gets interesting. Floyd Mayweather took a jab at Tyson, saying he's just acting in those 10 seconds of footage. But Tyson didn't take those comments lying down. He fired back, defending his training grind. But wait, there's more. Jake Paul decided to stir the pot even further by throwing his own insults at Tyson. Let's break it down. Mike Tyson's gearing up for his showdown against Jake Paul on July 20th in Arlington, Texas. Tyson's not messing around. He's been hitting the gym hard, getting ready to face off against the YouTuber turned boxer. Just recently, Tyson dropped a training video on his social media, and let me tell you, and captioned it, "Fire's in the house." In the clip, Iron Mike's looking fierce, showing off some serious power and agility. And get this, folks, despite being on the mature side, Tyson's still got that spark, proving age is just a number. Now, imagine if Tyson manages to turn back the clock and hand Paul a decisive defeat. That would send shockwaves through the boxing world, making it one of the most talked about fights of the year. But Mayweather isn't taking it seriously. In a recent interview on a YouTube channel, Mayweather takes one look at Tyson's training footage and immediately starts throwing shade like it's going out of style. He scoffs at Tyson's efforts, claiming that the legendary boxer is merely acting in those 10 seconds of footage. Can you believe the audacity of this man? Here we have Tyson, pouring his heart and soul into his training, and Mayweather has the nerve to dismiss it all with a single wave of his hand. He's just playing dress-up, pretending to be a boxer again. But we all know the truth. He's washed up, past his prime, and he knows it, Floyd said in the interview. But Mayweather doesn't stop there. He goes on to question Tyson's dedication, insinuating that the former champ is just going through the motions, not truly committed to the fight. It's a low blow, even by Mayweather's standards. If that wasn't enough, Mayweather doubles down on his insults, questioning Tyson's commitment to the fight. "I've seen better fighters in the gym than Tyson," Mayweather sneers. "He's nothing but a has-been, a relic of the past trying to stay relevant. And let's not even talk about Jake Paul. He'll make Tyson look like a punching bag in the ring." He takes his verbal assault to the next level by declaring that Jake Paul, of all people, is going to whoop Tyson's ass. Yes, you heard that right. Mayweather, the man who prides himself on his undefeated record, is essentially writing off Tyson's chances against a relative newcomer to the sport. It's a bold claim, to say the least. But Mayweather wasn't done yet. Tyson needs to face facts and accept that his time is up, Mayweather declares. He's a shadow of his former self, a mere shell of the fighter he once was. And as for Jake Paul, well, he's going to teach Tyson a lesson he won't soon forget.
It's more to it than
whoever
that.
fought him.
No,
Whoever's in the ranking.
Well, I think it's all subjective.
Picking whoever you are, come on.
I think there are more metrics and more measurements that have to be.
Tyson, fueled by Mayweather's disrespectful remarks, refused to remain silent. He wasn't about to let Mayweather talk trash without consequences. With fire in his eyes, Tyson unleashed a barrage of verbal assaults aimed squarely at Mayweather's ego. "Mayweather, you thought you were untouchable with that undefeated record of yours?" Tyson snarled. "Well, let me tell you something, buddy. You've been fighting nothing but easy opponents, ducking and dodging anyone who posed a real threat. You're a coward, Mayweather, hiding behind your perfect record like a shield." But Tyson didn't stop there. Oh no, he was just getting started. "You wanted to talk about facing good opponents," Tyson continued. "Come face me, Mayweather, and I'll show you what real competition looks like. I'll show you what your career would have been if you had the guts to step into the ring with someone who could actually challenge you." But Tyson wasn't about to let Mayweather off the hook that easily. He had one more jab up his sleeve, and it was a doozy. "You thought you were the king of boxing, Mayweather," Tyson sneered. "Well, let me tell you something, buddy. You were nothing but a paper champion, a fraud who was afraid to take on real competition. You had no heart, no guts, and no respect for the sport. Turning his aim at Jake Paul, Mike said, "Jake Paul, you think you're tough? You think you can step into the ring with me and come out untouched? Think again, kid. I've been in this game longer than you've been alive, and I've got the scars to prove it. You want to fight me? You want to test your mettle against a true champion? Bring it on. I'll be waiting, and I'll be ready to whoop your ass." But Tyson had bigger fish to fry. With Mayweather's disrespectful comments still ringing in his ears, Tyson turned his attention to the undefeated champion. "And Floyd Mayweather," Tyson growled, "you want to talk about me? You want to run your mouth and disrespect everything I've worked for? Well, guess what, Mayweather? If you're going to talk the talk, you better be ready to walk the walk. You want to see what I'm made of? Step into the ring with me, and I'll show you firsthand. I'll teach you a lesson you won't soon forget." And while it's impossible to predict with certainty what would happen if these two boxers step into the ring together, one thing is abundantly clear. The dynamics of such a matchup would be intriguing, to say the least. First off, we've got the sheer size and power differential between the two fighters. Tyson, in his prime, was a heavyweight force to be reckoned with, tipping the scales at around 220 pounds compared to Mayweather's 150 pounds. That's a substantial weight advantage that would undoubtedly give Tyson the upper hand in terms of raw power. Then there's the matter of reach. While Mayweather and Tyson had similar reach measurements, Tyson's punching power was on a whole other level. With 44 knockouts against opponents in his own weight class, Tyson's ability to deliver devastating blows is unmatched. Mayweather, on the other hand, relies more on his speed and defensive skills to outmaneuver his opponents. So, when it comes down to it, the outcome of a matchup between Tyson and Mayweather seems pretty clear. Tyson's size, power, and ruthless aggression would likely overwhelm Mayweather, leaving him with little chance of victory. In fact, the only way Mayweather might stand a chance is if he could somehow outrun Tyson, hoping that the heavyweight legend either tired out or got bored with the chase. But is this fight even gonna happen?
Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
In a move that sent shockwaves through the boxing world, Floyd Mayweather accepted the challenge issued by Iron Mike Tyson. With Tyson's aggressive call-out echoing in his ears, Mayweather wasted no time in stepping up to the plate, eager to prove his dominance once again. "I accept Tyson's challenge," Mayweather declared, "and let me make one thing clear. I will knock him out in the first round. It won't even be close." That's a bold claim, predicting a quick and decisive victory over one of the most feared fighters in history. But Mayweather's confidence didn't stop there. He had plenty more to say. "Tyson may have been a force within his prime," Mayweather continued, "but let's face it, folks, he's past his prime now. He's old, he's slow, and he's got nothing left in the tank. As for me, well, I'm still at the top of my game. I'm faster, I'm stronger, and I'm more skilled than I've ever been. Tyson doesn't stand a chance against me." Indeed, Mayweather's assertion that Tyson is past his prime is not without merit. After all, Tyson's last professional fight was over 15 years ago, and at 57 years old, he's certainly not the same fighter he once was. On the other hand, Mayweather, at 47, may not be in his physical prime either, but he's still a formidable opponent with an impressive record to back him up. "I'm the best defensive fighter of all time," Mayweather boasted. "Tyson may have power, but he'll never land a clean shot on me. I'll dance around him all night, picking him apart with precision punches until he's left wondering what hit him. And when the opportunity presents itself, I'll put him to sleep with a devastating knockout blow. In the end, only time will tell." But one thing is for certain. With Mayweather and Tyson set to square off in the ring, the world of boxing is in for a spectacle unlike anything it had ever seen before.
I'm excited. Like I literally can't wait to look across the ring and see him and give him a fucking death stare.
So, the reactions to Mike Tyson's new training footage have been nothing short of intense. Some fans, however, are urging Jake Paul to reconsider his decision to step into the ring with Tyson. One fan pleaded, "Jake, you can still say no. It's okay." Another echoed this sentiment, warning, if just one of those punches lands, Paul will be in the ICU. The intensity of Tyson's training has even led some fans to question the legitimacy of the fight. If Mike Tyson doesn't win, This was fixed, one fan speculated. Others couldn't help but express concern for Paul's safety, with one observing, "Look at his coach's face. He is fearing for his life." However, not everyone was convinced by Tyson's training footage. Some fans urged Tyson to pace himself, with one writing, "Run Tyson, get your wind back. You're gonna need it for this fight, trust me." Another fan pleaded, "Hey champ, can you show us a video of you hitting mitts or the heavy bag for 3 mins straight? If not, just cancel it." Despite the mixed reactions, Jake Paul himself responded to the footage with a mixture of respect and bravado. "He's the best ever," Paul wrote in the comments. "The most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. And I will defeat him." But when Jake Paul was sitting in his podcast, he didn't mince words. "Mike Tyson will be killed in the ring when he faces me," Paul declared in his podcast. "He's old, he's washed up, and he doesn't stand a chance against someone like me. I'll knock him out cold, and there won't be anything anyone can do about it." The audacity of Paul's words sent shivers down the spines of boxing fans everywhere. Here is a young upstart, barely out of his 20s, daring to challenge one of the most feared fighters in history. And not only is he challenging Tyson, but he is also predicting his demise with chilling certainty. But Paul didn't stop there. "Let's face it, Tyson's past his prime," Paul continued. "He's old, he's slow, and he's got nothing left in the tank. I'll make quick work of him in the ring, and then everyone will see that he's nothing but a has-been clinging to past glory." "Tyson's age is catching up with him," Paul sneered. "He's not the same fighter he once was, and he knows it. That's why he's resorting to desperate measures like this fight against me. But it's too little, too late. I'll put him out of his misery once and for all." In the end, only time will tell. But one thing is for certain. When Tyson and Paul finally step into the ring, the world would be watching with bated breath. So, where does this leave us? Well, for starters, it leaves us with a whole lot of unanswered questions and a whole lot of anticipation for what's to come. Will Tyson rise to the occasion and prove Mayweather wrong? Will Paul shock the world and emerge victorious against the former champ? Only time will tell, my friends. But one thing's for certain, the drama surrounding this fight is far from over. This saga is far from over, that is for sure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this,